Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Magnus, and today we're gonna upgrade some jumbo hotfixes on a normal gateway cluster. Checkpoint has implemented an easier way to do this upgrade, so more or less you can go to gateways and servers and right click on the cluster and do actions and do install hotfix and jumbos. So this is easy. So more or less you can ask Checkpoint to more or less take care of it. You more or less only press install and then it will fix itself. It will do the failover and all of that. But I want you guys to see how you do it, well, both from the CPUs within the GUI and also in CLI. So you can see the difference and what you actually need to think about when you're doing these type of upgrades. So I have a different video if you want to do the easy way and just do it with the smart console and have Checkpoint take care of everything for you. Before we do anything, we need to do some preparation. So you see here that Checkpoint is recommending R81 Jumbo Hotfix Take 69. So the first question is like, okay, what is included in this Jumbo Hotfix? Well, then we can go to the Jumbo Hotfixes. So more or less you just Google search and Google search on R81 Jumbo Hotfix and you get the first result. And then you get this list of all resolved issues and new features. And you see here, take 72. But Checkpoint didn't mention 72, they said 69. So Checkpoint has two type of releases, or two type of jumbo hotfixes. One ongoing and one general availability. And it's the general availability one that is recommended by Checkpoint and by me as well. And you can click here, general availability, and then you can see all the type of fixes that has been implemented. So you can see here like, yeah, smart gate, security gateway, they have some updates, they have some new stuff, and they have some fixes. So if you're interested, you can read here and check like, yeah, what has changed, what is new, etc, etc. And you can scroll down, and this is only including what is included in the Take 69. And if you want to see the rest, you can go here. So how do you actually see like what jumbo hotfix you have today? So what I normally do, I log into the gateway itself with CLI. You can see this in the GUI as well. So you go into expert, and then you do cp info -y all. And here you see what type of take that we have today. So you see a lot of stuff here like, yeah, okay, is this build 959? No. So what is it for take then? So there is a bunch of stuff here. And we are looking for what? Let's do like this. So we have it like this. Here you can see all the different type of stuff. And we do, so we open Google Chrome. Take it on this part, gateway number 1. Just log in. And we scroll down, status and actions, and I will do like this. So do we have any hotfixes installed here? Normally you need to flip this one to all. And then you can see like, we don't have any installed. So the reason why we don't have anything installed on this one is because I just reversed the snapshot. So I wanted to show you how to do this, and I wanted to have a clean slate more or less. So what is the second preparation or third? First was it to check like which jumbo hotfix you want to go to. Second is to check what are you currently on. And thirdly it's to upgrade the deployment agent. So we have the agent built 2243. And if you want to check like which deployment agent is the latest and greatest, you go to Checkpoint's support site and you check for the SK92449. And then you scroll down and you can see that 2243 is the latest. Which one did we have? 2243. So did I update this manually? No. This is updated automatically if you have connectivity to Checkpoint. So if you have your DNS set and the gateway have internet access, it's able to upgrade the deployment agent automatically. If you don't have the latest and greatest, you can do like this. First of all, you unlock, because we are logged into the CLI. If we log into the GUI, we will be locked. Then you can download it from Checkpoint's website. Yes, download it here. I think you need to have an account. Yes, you need to have an account. So I'm logged in. Let's press this one again. So download. And if we open our little server here, we can do install DEA. And then it will request to find this one. So that's pretty straightforward, and you just press install and it will be installed. Okay, so we currently know what we're going to. We're going to the take 69 because it's the general availability. And look here, it's also presented within the GUI of, what is it called? Yeah, the Gaia GUI. Yeah, I think it's called the Gaia GUI. So here you see that it's 669 that is available for download, and it's under the recommended. So that's why. And if you do like this, if we go into normal Clish, this is the use mode, we can do installer install. We don't have anything to display here. So installer is the CLI version of the CPUs. So here we need to do download first. So installer tab, and then we do download space tab, and here you can see that, yeah, we're able to download number 1 here. So if we want to download number 1 using the CLI here, we do 1 and then enter. Yeah, we are locked, so we need to do lock database override like this, and now we download. And the reason why it's locked there is because I'm into the GUI, the web GUI. So on the other one, for the secondary member, we do it in the GUI, the web GUI. I just realized I'm moving a lot back and forward, but yeah, this is learning by labbing. So here we have this one. And we have the correct deployment agent here. So we mark this one. Then we do download. You can do install upgrade right away, but we want to do some verification, and when we want to do some stuff before. So we are downloading this one, both here and there. So what more do we want to check? Before I do any upgrade, I want to know the status of the gateways currently. So one indication is this ones. So you see like, yeah, everything says okay here. That's good. And I always want to install the policy. So I know that it works to install the policy. Because there are some times when I have ended up doing some upgrades and I haven't been able to install the policy after. And I have troubleshoot like a maniac, and I just realized like, yeah, I haven't rebooted this service for 1 year, and it didn't work to install the policy for some reason. So it's good to know the current status of your gateways, so you know. So we successfully installed the policy. That's great. We have now downloaded it. So we want to do a verify within CLI. So then we do installer, verify, tab, and then we can see, yeah, it's still number 1 here. So we do a verification on number 1. And this will do the verification. And within the GUI, when it's downloaded 100% here, so now successfully downloaded. More, verify update. So we do the verification here as well. Then we will get a little pop-up saying if it's allowed or not. So yes, it's available for installation, so that's perfect because hotfixes are installed. They are not upgraded or whatever. It's an additional packet with fixes and new features, and it's installed on top of your main version, let's say R81 or R81.10. So, do we want to do any more preparation before we do something? I normally go into expert mode and just do like top. Yeah, I see that the CPU load is okay. It has not been up and running for ages. I normally do CPH probe stat to just check like, is the cluster okay? Is it active standby? That's great. So there is one more thing I want to do as well. So on this cluster, if you go under, let's see, I think it's cluster members, maybe not. Here. So cluster Excel and VRRP members. So here you have upon cluster member recovery. It says switch to higher priority cluster member. Do we want to switch automatically? I don't want that. I want to verify that everything is working on one member before I switch over the traffic. So if you want to see which is higher priority, you go on the cluster member and it's the one that is on the top. So gateway number 1 will always try to be the active member. So let's say we upgrade a standby member. We upgrade it. And how do we fail over the traffic then? Do we do CP stop or what do we do? I will show you that later. But more or less you can change the priority here. And for now, I want to have this. Maintain current active cluster member. I don't want to have failovers occur when I don't want to, especially when I do upgrades. So I do install policy because this needs to take effect. So by doing this, I have set that the cluster will not fail over until I'm ready, until I do a command to fail it over. And we also want to see like, okay, do we get any impact? I know that ping isn't the best test for this, but it's it gives an indication. So this VMware box is sitting behind the gateway and reaching the internet through the gateway. And we can also see this by checking my own traffic. So we do logs. And we do like this. And 888. So we have some ping requests here. So this is me, 1201, 1201. So perfect, allowed ping. All right, let's do the upgrade itself. So we want to upgrade the standby member. And to know which one is the standby member, you do the CPH probe stat. So the standby member is gateway number 2. And we want to keep track of this. So we do watch CPH probe stat. So this means that this command will be updated every 2 seconds. Then we can see what happens. So we do like this. Do like this to get some more space. So now we have the ping going, we have the CPH probe stat going, so we can see which member is the active one. And then we do like this. This is verified, this is all hunky-dory. So we do install upgrade. And the machine will be rebooted automatically. And that doesn't matter, because we are working on the standby member. It will not take over any traffic. We have set more or less hard that there will be no switches if it's not really necessary. So now it will do the installation in full, and then it will reboot, and it will come up, and then we will check the CP info -y all to see like everything is installed. We will see it in the GUI as well. And here you can see like what's happening. And yes, when you do installations or upgrades, it will do verify. So the reason why I do verify myself is because, well, I want the additional feeling to like see that everything's working. So maybe some of you is complaining like Magnus, you forget something. Okay. So it's always good to make sure that you have a backup. Before you do any type of upgrades or installations and so on, verify that you have a backup. So you can take a system backup. You can do it here, just backup. And it's important you do this before. Or if you're really, let's say, cautious, you can do a snapshot. So when you're doing hotfix installations, Checkpoint will not do a snapshot. If you do a major upgrade, it will do a snapshot, but not for hotfixes. So if you want to have an exact replica of the box before any type of upgrades, you do a snapshot. Snapshot can be used for the same machine. A backup can be used for a different machine as well. And if you noticed here, it did go to down, and then it did go to lost. But we haven't lost any pings. And we can see that it's still installing. And what it has done is it has done a CP stop. So it has turned off all the checkpoint services that is managing cluster Excel or to managing traffic and so on. But it hasn't like shut off the box. So CP stop is to stop all the checkpoint services. A GA hotfix like this is normally okay to install without snapshots or whatever. In larger environments, in larger boxes, it's something that I normally do, just to be able to revert quite quickly. You can do uninstall on a hotfix. So there are ways to like uninstall it and install the different one and so on. But snapshot is the absolutely fastest way to go back to an exact state of something. So think about your backups or snapshots before you do any upgrades. Just out of curiosity, do you think you can install the policy right now? I mean, this is upgrading or learning by labbing. I mean, technically, you are able to install the policy, but then you will need to turn this off. I would not recommend it. Yeah, just don't do policy installations when you do this. It's not worth it. But here you also see like this is lost, so you see the cluster status here as well. So it's installing, and here you can see more details on what it is installing for type of stuff. So the system will be rebooted. So now we see that interface and so on is going down. So gateway number 2 is init, so it's initializing, and it will come up to standby. And we haven't failed over anything so far. We haven't done anything. So if we want to check like, okay, is the installation completed? Like here, we see here, take 69, installed, self-test passed, etc. If we want to see this in CLI, do like this. So reconnect. CP info. So here, Jumbo hotfix takes 69. So if you want to see how it would look without, so without, you didn't see anything here. So 69, 69, 69. So it's listed all over the place. And it actually says like Jumbo hotfix. And we didn't see any Jumbo hotfix. So that's why we didn't see it. But it can be confusing when you see all of this. Like, yeah, I'm on 107, 49. What am I on? If it's empty, it can look a bit different, but look for Jumbo underscore HF. Then you find the Jumbo hotfix. Okay. So what do we want to do now? We want to do a failover. Yeah, what do we want to do? Yeah, we want to do a failover. Do we want to check that it actually has the policy installed? I mean, it has because it's standby. It wouldn't come to standby if it doesn't have the policy. So how do we check if we have the policy installed? Checkpoint, policy installation, CLI command. Yeah, I don't remember the CLI commands in my head. So we can use here cp.firewall. What is this? Yeah, here it says that the policy name is main office and it was installed this time. So that's 3 minutes ago. And if we do on this one, just to check that we have the same, cp.firewall. Here we have the main office. It was installed a bit earlier. So yes, it's the same. What can we do more? We can actually check like we can check the sync. So if we want to check sync, we can do like this. So cp hrprobe stat, no, sync stat, cp hrprobe sync stat. So here we see that we have synchronization. How do we actually see that everything is okay? I mean, the sync status okay. Should give it away. Can we see something more? I don't know. I'm very confident that this is syncing completely. So we will do like this. Watch CPH probe stat. So here we have gateway number 2. So this is currently standby and the other one is active. So we can do like CP stop. CP stop will work, but it's not the recommended way. So if we want to initialize failover between members, then we do like this. So in the admin guide for R81 or any version, we want to run this command. And please note this, that it's cluster XL with capital XL. If you don't do that, it will not work. I can show you, just because. So if I do with small XL, command not recognize. Very annoying. I don't know how many times. Capital XL, admin down. So it's down and it did go active. So here you see here, this command do not survive reboot. To make this change permanent, then you can do -P, but we don't want to have this permanent. We just wanted to fail over quickly. So if we want to change back now, if I do up here, what will happen? Will it fail back? No. And the reason why it doesn't fail back is because we did change within the cluster. We did change the cluster XL VRP to maintain the current active member. Does this really matter? Yes. Because what if like this? What if I upgrade this one now and I have to fail back? Then I get one more failover. If you're doing like hotfixes and so on, full sync, etc., doesn't really matter, but you still get a failover. So the issue with that one, it's not controlled. You don't know how long it takes for it to reboot. You don't know when it will happen. So it's more professional if you do it with up and down, and you really like, say, if you are in like a maintenance window and you're talking to like, I don't know, DBAs or survey guys or so on, then you can like say like, yeah, we do failover now. And then they can see in their monitoring systems, they can see if something happened with their application and so on. So it's more professional to do it like when you want it. So this is actually the reason why I don't like the GUI way to do this, like action and do install hotfixes, because I don't have any control. I cannot pick when it happens, because this will download, this will do verification, it will do installation, it will fail over back and forward. So I mean, it will run for, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And during that time, it will fail over, but I don't know when. So if I do it manually, I feel like I have more control. Good or bad, I don't know. Maybe I should give up some control, but that would be good. And you also see here the cluster is healthy, so you can install policies and so on. Is it recommended to have different hotfixes on 2 members? No, it's not. You should have the same. Within newer firmwares, you can actually have multiple. You can have different major versions if you use MVC. So, but that's a different video. So let's continue with this one. So I will do down. It doesn't really matter in this time. because I have already like took it down or whatever, so it will not fail back and forward because I did do the change. So let's do clear, and I go back to Klish. So installer, install. This is where I didn't see anything before, but now I have downloaded. So if I press tab, I see one here. So I do one, and now it's installing. If I do yes, and I want to reboot. So now it's initializing the installation, and I don't know. It looks more professional because it's in CLI. It looks like, yeah, he knows his stuff. If you do it in GUI, it doesn't look so cool. So this is why you do it in CLI. Yeah, I don't know. Strange videos. So I will let this go on. And you did see there, it did do the verification, and now it's installing. And you don't see by default like what is actually going on. So you don't see the same as the Gaia portal. In the Gaia portal, you did see like, yeah, now it's doing this package, now it's doing this package. You don't see it here. Maybe I should mention, if you have an older version of Checkpoint, there was a command called firewallctl pstat here. But this is no longer valid. It's no longer valid after R80.10. So this was how you did see the synchronization before. Now it's moved to the CPH probe sync stat. So I don't know, it's easier maybe. But I just wanted to mention it. So now the installation has been completed and it will reboot. So hopefully it's rebooting. And by the way, here you see like the P node, so you see admin down. So it's quite nice, and you see failover count, etc. Now this is going down for reboot, so it will restart. You see here in here, loading system. So hopefully it will come back. By the way, did we see like the failover count? There, we had one. I forget to check this. But we have one hole there. Maybe I need to rewatch the video and see when that did occur. But it would not surprise me if that would happen during our failover. We will check the failover once again and just see if we get something within if we lose any ping. So now it's in init and it will come to standby. And now we should be able to log in here. So we will disconnect and reconnect. CP info y all, take 69, perfect, top. It has been up for 1 minute. It has the firewall kernel, so that's good. Pretty low CPU count because, I mean, this doesn't have any traffic. CPH probe stat, showing active standby. What more? CP.firewall. Here we have the policy installation is done, and we can check this command as well. Firewall tab -t connections -s. We can do like this. So we do. I will show this in a better way. So I do clear, and then I do this, but I do watch. And we do this one, clear, watch, firewall tab, -t connections -s. So this is the connections. So this should be fairly similar between the boxes. So this is how more or less how good sync it is. But it doesn't update the same time, but it should be similar. It will be more similar if you have more traffic, so to say. So this is how many connection is synced between the stuff. So that's quite nice. What CPH probe stat CP, what did I write? CPH probe. So better. What CPH probe stat? Okay, so we have here. We haven't failed over, so that's quite strange that we would get a timeout. So it's still standby and active. So I do like this. So we did have 2 loss. Just to check here. So this one is the current active member. And we want to do it like this. Can we do it like this? I want to do the failover between the boxes, just to verify. So, how do we do the failovers? Cluster Excel admin, whatever. This one. That's the recommended way. So if I do the admin down now, this will go to active and this one to down. I did not lose anything because the connections are synced. Could there be impact? Yes. Not all connections are synced. Not all type of traffic survive a failover and so on. So we do up to bring up the cluster again. Now it's up and running, and the last step I normally do is to do install policy to check that, yeah, everything is working okay. So I install the policy. I check the logs. Do I get new logs? 1232, 1233. So yes, I get new logs, so that's good. So yeah, that's how you install hotfixes in full production. So this is the same process in lab or in full production, it doesn't matter. The only reason why I still do it in CLI is because I want to have control over failovers, and I want to be able to see both members in the same window at the same time. So I can check like, yeah, did it go okay? What is the status? So that's the reason why I use CLI, why I do the upgrades in CLI. You can of course do it in the smart console. You can do it in the GUI, whatever floats your boat, so to say. But I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. And just to prove a point. So, 0 loss. Nice. Okay, thank you. Bye.